I got coffee. Oh man. Okay. And I need to clean my desk. It's a mess. The problem is I will like jump in on a lot of different projects and then I stop doing those projects, but the mess just kind of stays. So yeah, it kind of goes down to I just need to prioritize different things and then also kind of have a filing system to kind of keep myself organized. The thing is, I can tell you exactly like all these parts, where they came from, like which cameras and where they go and stuff like that. Looking at it from an uninformed perspective, like it just looks like chaos, and to some extent it is, but it is kind of a controlled chaos. That doesn't make it easier when I'm trying to sort through things or start new projects. The first thing I have to do is like, you know, push parts to the side or like make sure that all the screws are where they need to be. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of work on a filing system for all these spare parts, because initially what I did is I only bought cameras that I was like 90% sure I could fix. And then situations arose where that 90% was kind of mislabeled. For instance, I purchased this Nikon FM and I was like, oh yeah, I can take care of this. It didn't have any power, and that's a fairly easy fix. I mean, easy in the realm of the Nikon. It's still pretty challenging, but like for the most part, I know how to do that. And then I take the top off and there are just wires that are ripped out of it and it doesn't have half the screws that it needs. And someone had clearly been in there and tried to fix it themselves. So that goes back to, you just can't really tell when you're buying stuff online like what is wrong with it. But point being is, thought I could fix it, took it apart, looked at it, realized might be in a little bit over my head, moved it down to a lower priority project because, I mean, it's, yeah, anyway. So that being said, I still have the Nikon parts right here. So what do I do with those? You know, I just need to condense them, put them all in one place, clean up this workspace so I can make videos that don't look like I'm a hoarder or something like that, because I swear I'm not. It is not really fun for me to have this, but it's just kind of, it is the byproduct of camera repair, I think. So anyway, gonna get to that. I won't be talking, so I'm just gonna kind of speed up this footage and it'll just be me trying to figure shit out. So hope you enjoy. This is the benefit of shooting as much film as I do, is I just have a bunch of little canisters. So I might be able to just kind of keep everything contained in there, I think. I don't know. I have a lot of these little parts and pieces. This is a, it's actually referenced. Oh, that's good. It's referenced in this book, which is just a book about the Asahi Pentax, but it is the leather case for it. This is the back half of it. There's a front part that would also enclose the lens and stuff. And I've got this with my Spotmatic, which is still kind of taken apart, but work in progress, don't worry. And here's the thing, don't know what to do with something like this, because like personally for me, I don't really find myself using these. I want to because I feel like it preserves the camera, and I don't like it. Kind of reminds me of how these products were initially released. You know, it was like for the consumer, you have to have your whole kit. You know, you can't leave without your kit, kind of thing. And it just offers a different experience than what I usually do, which is just kind of walk around with, you know, like my ME Super, and I'm just like holding it like this, and I'm just kind of like flinging it about and like taking photos willy-nilly. But something like it's in here, it has a strap, it's around my neck, and I'm using it as a proper camera or something like that. It's an interesting concept to me. So I'll probably end up holding on to things like this just for that sake of, you know, can store it in a little bit more clean way, and also just it adds to the camera. You know, it's a component that was built by Pentax exclusively for the Spotmatic. So just a really quick note, because like a lot of the times when people are selling cameras, they won't include this, you just get the camera, the lens, or sometimes they'll include stuff like this or like the original strap, and you're just kind of like, what do I do with this? And you know, you could toss it if it doesn't work with you, but sometimes they're kind of worth holding on to because it is kind of cool. And I understand that definitely makes me sound more like the hoarder that I'm trying not to be. But you know, it's part of the game, I guess. So that's all. Moving on. Okay, we're gonna see if this works. My neighbor's playing music super loud, so I've got this external mic thing plugged in. It's a cheap one I got off Amazon. So anyway, we'll see if the audio quality on this is any good. But yeah, this is it. This is my cleaner workspace here. I've narrowed it down to just 2 projects on my workspace here. I got the Spotmatic, which obviously has the light meter issues that I have a bunch of videos of that I need to just cut together and post. So I will be doing that shortly. And then also these are all ME Super parts. This is obviously ME Super board that I think is good. And then also over here we have this lens that I'm currently cleaning. This lens is good, but I just have to put it together with a camera. I have all of my cameras that I'm going to be selling are up on a little shelf here, as opposed to sitting over here. So I've got free space on either side. I've got my soldering station over here with all of the goodies there. I've got my tools, and I have a box of all my spare parts that are labeled properly, cleaning materials, extra batteries, the whole 9 yards here. And then underneath there, under my tripod here, I've got notes for different things that are all very cryptic, because that's just how my mind operates. This is the workspace. I will be doing my best to kind of keep it clean. As I get more cameras incoming that I'm fixing for other people, it'll just be easier to kind of maintain some sense of order and workflow throughout the system. So anyway, that is in short version me trying to be a cleaner person. So hopefully you learned something from this experience. I guess don't bite off more than you can chew with cameras. Yeah, I think that's the lesson of the day. Or just, you know, stay clean